Hello. Let's see. I just cleaned it up. What did I do? I took all the ESC wires. I just basically I had a big crash and it was still flying, but I lost the VTX signal and I don't know what the problem was. So I decided just to tear it all down and it had to be cleaned. It was getting pretty dirty anyways. So I had also these ESC signal wires that are coming out of here. Originally they were full length and they were probably about this much too long for each motor, so I snipped those down. I wonder if I have any garbage around here I can show you. Anyways, you can take my word for it, they were at least this much too long for each motor, so there was so much extra wiring going on in the inside. So I kind of wanted to do that from the beginning anyways, but you know, my soldering skills aren't the best, so I decided just to kind of leave it be and wind it up in there, and then, you know, during regular maintenance or whatever, I'd come back sometime in the future and just snip those down and tidy it up. And yeah, it only took 3 weeks before I came back, but yeah. So, you know, when you look at it on the inside, you can't really tell, but actually, if you look kind of the space there between, you know, underneath the flight controller, you would never have been able to see through there like that, like before today. So that's cleaned up a lot. Now the wires, I kind of snipped a few things down. You can see the flight controller power wires. I kind of snipped those down a little bit. They were a little bit too long, and then the VBAT, which is coming off the same pads, are going across. I kind of tightened those down so you can see they're tightened down. Over here, I changed the wiring for the FPV. So originally that we were on these pads, and but it was just really they were kind of a little bit too long, and they kept coming out, you know what I mean? And it was kind of danger for the propellers, and I kept trying to push them back in again, and every once in a while they'd pop out and become in the danger zone there. So what I did was just chop those down probably about this much, and then I actually ran them up underneath, not underneath, but over the flight controller to the front pads there. So now it's just clean, straight over. You can see everything. Nothing's going to pop out anymore. What else? I had this lemon right here. I had it running off the back. You probably saw that before. But I wanted better reception. I mean, I just wanted more range. I just wanted to be not so so I basically ordered the same one, but they have the extended antennas, and you can see that that's right there. I still haven't bound it yet. I'll just get around to that tomorrow. And the wires are running up on that. I use a zip ties and just put some heat shrink over it, and they're nice and they're not going to break, and way up higher than than these stubby little ones. Where, you know, I got pretty decent range with this. I wasn't so, you know, I wasn't hurting at all, but I just wanted to do it better, and I didn't want this on the outside of the frame, and there was no real place to put it inside the frame without it being like underneath the carbon fiber. So that's the reason why I had it on top of the frame and to begin with. Anyway, I'll use that for some other guy, maybe when I build like some other non-carbon fiber frame or something like that, or as you know, something happens to this one. But anyways, so I got some antennas right here, and I got 2 layers of shrink wrap, so they're not gonna break even if they fall right on it. I had trouble with my FPV gear the other day in that crash that I was just mentioning, and I had no idea what the problem was. I just wasn't getting any video signal. So so I was trying to lock down that. I thought maybe some wire connection come out, because even through the goggles, I just wasn't even getting a flicker when I turned the power on. Not even a flicker. So I thought, okay, I'll check the wiring, and I redid all the wiring. the camera looks fine. I took it apart, I took the back off, and there's nothing loose. There was no rattling, there was no nothing. It looked pristine. So I guess the only real, after I had thought about it, the only real thing that I hadn't, was the VTX, which is this one here, which was fried. So as soon as I plugged, I had a spare one, so I was really lucky. I thought I fried my VTX like a couple of weeks ago, so I ordered another one, and then it never ended up being fried, so I had an extra one, a spare one. And then it did fry, so I was lucky enough to just to be able to plug it in for a test, and lo and behold, it was the VTX that was the trouble. So it's all good to go. It's ready to fly. All I have to do basically is just bind this receiver, and I'm good. So, and I replaced the green screws with these steel ones. And now that I got no green trim on here, I'm thinking that I'm going to put black props on here now. So it's over. The green is finished. Anyways, that's that. Thanks for watching.